All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Black 20. Get that quarterback, D-line.
Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. Good move by Gurley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10.
We're good.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try the air now with Goff. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Point out.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
Gerald McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class. There was a lot of debate about who was going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it 2 different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
Off play action. Here's Goff. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they are silly, and it leads to a play action sack. Zuerlein, of course, last year had likely the iconic field goal of the season, booting that 57-yarder in the Superdome to send his squad to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you really hurt the Saints fans on that one, didn't you?
Sorry.
They didn't want to hear that at all. But this guy deserves his nicknames. Greg the Leg, Legatron, because the ball goes through the post at a heavy rate, 87% in 2018.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
McKinney, you better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Check. Crunch. Great. Crunch. Tight dog. Let's go. Travel. Switch.
On second down, McCaffrey. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down.
Gun, gun, gun.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
Here we go, here we go. Hey, 1 second.
Newton to throw. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A nice pickup there, 10 yards.
Here we go, here we go. 180. Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball. Great.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Here we go, D.
To throw is Newton. Going for it all. And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, 29 yards. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. A sensational one-handed grab in the end zone for the score. Looked like you at the Davis Turkey Bowl every year in the backyard in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, you're so kind. That's definitely in my mind. But how about this? They always tell guys going after the ball, the receivers especially, you got to have a single-minded obsession to go get it. How about going up with a single hand and making that happen? I don't know if it gets much better than what we just saw there.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try?
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. A big run there by Gurley, 53 yards. Well, partner, Gurley came on the scene in 2015 NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year. It's been all systems go from game one.
And they talked about easing him into the lineup, and that's really what they did. But once they got him in, they couldn't get him out. They had to feed him the ball more and more, and it's because of these types of runs. This breaks defenses down with his power and his physicality.
On second and 11 now. Goff, flush to his right. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Third and 2, Goff. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there.
And Gurley fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. But it looked like a Rams player was able to get his hands on it, yes, so they will hold on to the football indeed. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here.
Hey, exit.
Goff. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece.
That ties the game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26.
Carolina getting set to take the field. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Ready, 54 Mike. Get him, get him, get him. Express. Motion.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. 2nd quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football. These two teams all tied after 1. They're staring up at a 3rd and 9 to start it out. Cam fakes the give and keeps it. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Corey Littleton in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. A reminder, coming up later tonight, the Patriots unfurl their 6 banners. They play host to their rival Steelers. And then on Monday night, it's the one weekend of the year where you get 2 games to wrap up the week. Texans and Saints from New Orleans in the early game, then Broncos and Raiders. Vic Fangio's coaching debut, and the Raiders' final season opener in Oakland. That's the late game, 10:30 Eastern. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Now a 1st down throw. Gone. Being chased out left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Christian McCaffrey, last year's catch leader among running backs, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That's it. 180. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, but we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. K-Wad short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
This is fielded at the 7. And shedding through the tackle. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
At their own 29-yard line.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
At the 40-yard line.
Ready? Ready? Mike 54. Mike 54. Come on. Great. Slam. Get it.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
I'm coming for you. Gun. Ready?
This is McCaffrey on the give. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Panthers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
54. Hey! Check. Watch 54. I got you, boy. He's crazy.
Out of the gun, Newton. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend.
Watch the shit. Gun.
On 1st and 10, Newton. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
He don't know no better.
3rd and 2, Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Newton to Olsen there for a Carolina 1st down.
Yeah, Greg Olsen's back for his 13th NFL season. The last 9 have been in a Panthers uniform. Only 9 games for him a year ago. 7 the season before due to injuries. But when healthy, a 1,000-yard receiver in 2014, 15, and 16. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
20.
Pull it together.
Cam fakes the give and keeps it. It's hauled in by Torrey Smith. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Ready? 180.
Mike 5-4. There we go.
Ready?
Cam fakes the give and keeps it, eluding the pressure right. Touchdown, Carolina. And we've mentioned before, Cam the all-time leader in rushing TDs by a quarterback, so everyone he gets from here on out for the rest of his career just adding to that lead.
So what you're saying is that if you're a young kid who wants to play quarterback in the NFL, and that's the record you're shooting for,
good luck.
You got some work to do, aren't you?
By the time he's done, he might have double a second-place guy. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on 1st down. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. He's going to wind up and air it out. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it. Couldn't get it. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. A play fake to Gurley. Now Goff. Going for the deep ball. Trying to find Kupp, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. So we're at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. From the gun, here's Newton. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
14 yards. That's good for the Panthers. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The shotgun snap for Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Clay Matthews brings the heat and gets the sack. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he will score. Touchdown, L.A.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Zerline good with a PAT. And we are tied at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
8. Off. Express. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. 8. 54. 8. Defense, no gap. Check 9.
Coming off the pick six, it's Newton. He's going to float this one deep right side. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. First possession in the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
On 2nd and 10, Newton throwing the out route incomplete. That's more. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
But that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
On 3rd and 2, Newton, and that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Palardy now on to punt as he sends this one away. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Tackle made by Kawann Short.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
And it's third down.
We go tonight. 120. 55. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. 12 yards on the return that time, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 46. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. 20, 10. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. So many times, tight games decided by one big play. A lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
Now Zuerlein on to add the extra point. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, the tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
That's quick, okay? Slam. Switch.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike.
Come to my world. We want it. Come to my world. Gun. Hey, watch out. Check Mike, 54. 54. Let's set a tone, fellas.
Here's Newton. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
180.
Mike 5-4.
Here we go. Great.
From the gun, Newton throwing the out route incomplete. It's Moore. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Newton now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
Operating from the gun. Newton. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. Past the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Panthers have tied this game up. They can take the lead with the extra point. Gano the extra point, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. William Hayes, the pride of Winston-Salem State, coming in to drop him.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
3rd and long. It's gone. Out left, he's got it to Everett. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Here's Johnny Hekker now. He's been terrific so far. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. The Rams going for it on 4th. Gone. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find?
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. William Hayes able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Jared Goff, 4 times last year, he led the Rams on a 4th quarter comeback. He obviously didn't do it in Super Bowl 53, but can he do it here? Under pressure again, and down he goes again. William Hayes getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long.
Bravo.
Now Goff. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Taken in at the 11. And now look at him go. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. So they boost their advantage here in the fourth quarter. And don't get me wrong, you take the points. I guess the only downside is didn't really get to milk any of the clock here in this last quarter.
But they'll take the points because, as you and I both know, here in the fourth quarter, things intensify. And while they may not have taken firm command of the game, it does give them a little bit of a cushion.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Check 26, check 26. Hey, kill.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long.
2 for 1. Hey, Charlie.
A shotgun snap for Goff. It's caught left side by Cooks. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Here we go on 4th. Gone. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. K1 short. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Ready? Ready? Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Coming to you. Check.
Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, Newton. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And that will extend their lead even further. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Here we go. 20.
On first down, gone. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. He finds an opening past the 40. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores, want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. Throw complete right side to Cooks. Give him a couple on the catch at 2nd and 8. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to...
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. Touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley, 56 yards. And the Rams are able to get back within a touchdown. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And it looks like the Panthers hit, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that one. They needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Check, 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 check. 8.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball is not free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
20.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll try to run with McCaffrey, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Watch this lap.
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1.
It's now 3rd and goal.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is Week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. But now I'm listening to you. So for the Panthers, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for L.A., they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.